Now, for an update on that developing story of the attack on a school in Kaduna, we are now being joined by our correspondent, NISSI GABRIEL. Now, NISSI, for those who are just hearing about this, talk us through what happened yesterday by 8 p.m. in that particular school.
Well, Aaron, good to talk to you. Yesterday at 8 p.m., we gathered that gunmen attacked the Albert the Great Institute of Philosophy, a Catholic-run seminary in Fayette community in Kagoma Chiefdom in Jama local government area. And I can confirm to you that 3 persons were abducted, 3 students were abducted last night, and 2 sustained injury from that attack. And the police command here in Kaduna State have confirmed that indeed that incident occurred. And as I speak to you now, we gathered that men of the tactical force are being mobilized in their numbers to that particular school where the incident occurred. Aaron.
NISSI, thank you for that. Is there any word about the motivations of the attack? As the kids weren't completely abducted, can you give us more insight into that?
Well, as we know, the motivation behind that attack will only be incentive, because such attacks are incentive-driven, just like what we saw in the Bethel Baptist High School here in Kaduna State. Well, we know that these gunmen, despite stiff measures being put in place by the Kaduna State government to curb incessant banditry in the state. We know that these gunmen invaded our school yesterday, and 3 persons were abducted and 2 sustained injury. Well, their motive will only be incentive-driven, most definitely.
All right. As it stands right now, it's been close to 18 hours or close to 16 hours since the incident happened. Can we put a number to how many have been abducted and how many are actually injured right now? And where are they receiving the needed treatments?
Yes, we can put a number to that. As I said earlier, 3 persons, 3 students, 3 seminarians were abducted last night, and 2 of them sustained injury. This is according to the police spokesperson here in Kaduna State, in the person of Jalinge. And we understand that those 2 persons who sustained injury are receiving treatment at the medical facility close by to where the incident occurred. Well, we also know that right here in Kaduna State, it's difficult to communicate since the state government did shut down telecommunications here in Kaduna State. It's also difficult for we journalists to properly curate information in real time. So these are the challenges we are facing here in Kaduna State. But most persons are saying, despite the telecommunications shut down in the state, how come did these gunmen still invade the seminary school in Jama local government area? Well, it's a thing of shock to most of us, and we hope that the measures being put in place by the state government will yield results soon.
With the state of insecurity in the state right now, please, can you tell us how the people are feeling and what the atmosphere must be like around the school?
Well, we've not been able to head down to the school, but we'll try our best to go there, because it's 800 kilometers from Kaduna metropolis. That's where the school is located. Well, the feeling here in the Kaduna State is, well, a feeling of unhappiness, feeling of tension, apprehension, because most of the residents here in Kaduna State are really not happy with some of these stiff measures being put in place by the Kaduna State government. As you are aware, the Kaduna State government did place a ban on motorcycle for 3 months, and they did shut down telecommunications in the state, which is affecting businesses drastically here in the state, and it's also affecting means of communication, because most persons can't communicate to their loved ones here in Kaduna State, and it's a thing of concern, because with banditry on the rampage and insecurity, how will residents reach across to their loved ones? How will they be able to put distress calls in case incidents like this happen? So it's a thing of worry for many persons here in Kaduna State.
All right, NISSI, talk to me, because you just mentioned the fact that the government of Kaduna State had taken measures to reduce the state of insecurity in the state, in the state of insecurity, and it hasn't really worked, talking about the ban of motorcycles and also the ban of communication. How is the government reacting to this, that despite their efforts, we're still seeing incidents like this, ugly incidents like this still happen.
Well, Aaron, if there's one thing I'm sure of, just one thing we know is the fact that the Kaduna State governments are doing everything possible to make sure to bring an end or to reduce banditry here in the state. And well, they are just before the ban on motorcycle was enforced and the shutdown of telecommunication, the state government did appeal to citizens and residents here in Kaduna State that these will be tough times for them, but it's for the best. Well, we all know that the Kaduna State government are doing everything in their power to ensure that the issue of insecurity in the state is drastically reduced. Aaron.
We sincerely hope so. Thank you for that report. NISSI Gabriel reporting live from Kaduna State.